Hey folks, Mr. Justin here with Secret Weapon Miniatures and another 2-minute tutorial for you. This time I'm taking a quick look at rattle cans, specifically the types of nozzles. You've got two kinds of nozzles that you're going to find on rattle cans, and that is a cone and a stream or a line. So this is one of the Krylon cans that's got the line sprayer on it. You can actually see in the shape of the nozzle how it comes out to a line for you. Big rectangular front on that. And this is your standard, your classic cone, right? Everybody's used to seeing the cone caps. There are different types of cone caps. There are fat and fine cones. So this is a fine cone. The GW sprays are fat cones. This is also a misting cap. And it comes in different intensities, the amount of paint that it's going out and the dispersal rate. A quick look at that for you here. So these are the three cans, in fact the three cans that we've got here. I put it on some newsprint and then cut it down so we could get them close together here. All from about the same distance. These were all about 6 to 8 inches apart, away from the paper when I sprayed. Quick line, and in this case we've got the fine cap from GW, so you can see that, you know, even at the same distance from the other two, it gave me a much broader paint spray. This is the Krylon line. One thing you can also see here, if you're ever testing your sprays and you get all this spatter, means you really need to clean the nozzle, which is why this one is so shiny and clean now. As soon as I finished, I was like, oh, let's wipe that down. So now it's completely clean. And then this is the red, which is your classic cone. In terms of using these, there's no one answer, right? People say all the time, like, oh, well, is it always the fine mist spray? Then it's always the fat cones? And the answer is no. It depends on what you're doing. I really like the GW cans. If I'm doing a heavy base coat on something, you know, like this, I hit the whole thing black. It's really nice for that because it gives you a broad spray. It's going to put down a thinner layer. You can move more quickly, get more coverage, and come back and do multiple layers so that you have a nice flat finish. If I'm trying to do, like in this case, these are the zenithal highlight technique bases I'm going to use in another tutorial. And in that case, what I did is I actually come in with a line or a very tight cone, or even the airbrush to get those white spots, because I want it to be very specific. So it really depends on the application. There's no real wrong way to do it. The one thing I do say is that whenever I'm using an enamel spray varnish, I do use the fine mist cone sprays. The finer the better. Again, because I want a very dispersed, very light layer, so that I can come back and I can do this more than once, build it up that way, a lot better than doing one thick heavy coat, as we all know from any other paint. And that's it. That's the really basics of rattle can spray nozzles. If you want to learn more, hit some of the spray art websites. There are a lot of spray art websites out there with some great information on them. You will also find that for most of your favorite sprays, you can actually buy replacement caps. So if you get something that comes in a tight cone and you want to swap out for a fine mist cone, you can do that. The one exception actually are the Krylon 360s. These guys here, where the line actually spins around so you can change the direction the line is spraying. I understand you can replace those, but it's not recommended. Otherwise, go nuts. You can get new caps for all of these. I do have a stash of those in the garage myself. They work great. Any questions, you can find me, Mr. Justin, at secretweaponminiatures.com, or of course on Facebook /Secret Weapon Miniatures. If there's something you'd like to see covered, let me know. See what we can do. Thanks again, and happy hobbying.